The printing press was there because God is concerned about his word. At that time, Martin Luther is the one who challenged the Catholics. As he was challenging the Catholics, God made the printing press to be available. And after the printing press was available, books were printed. You see. Now I want you to look as I'm counting these things. Where do you fall? Where do you fall? The fifth thing that changed the world is the engine. God gave somebody wisdom to design a motor, to discover a motor. And there was an engine. And after there was an engine, the engine was there, the motor was there to draw water. The motor was there to move things. And that was God's miracle. I don't think it's a miracle that we are looking for.
Yeah.
You see? Yeah. For us, when we define a miracle, we say it's a miracle to get a car, not to make a car.
Yeah.
To make a car is not a miracle that we are looking for, not yet. The miracle that we are looking for is to get a car. You see? And then after that, the sixth thing was the telephone. And that was the plan of God. God was at work to advance his word for us to begin to connect to one another. And the seventh thing was the electricity. I'm talking about things that truly change the world. And that is because of what? Of education. And these things, it was the plan of God. And that the electricity was in 1879. The telephone was in 1876. The engine was in 1859. I want you to look at this time of the 1859 until 1906. All that time, it is this time that God was busy pouring the Holy Spirit. You remember? Now, all these things that were happening, God was moving together with these things because he is planning that these things must move with his weight. Right? And then the other important thing that was really important in 1929, it was the invention of the penicillin. And another breakthrough, which started in 1832, but we only saw it in 1971, it was the PC, the computer. And the last one in the main things was the internet, which was in 1989. And all these things, they were made by people who were inspired by God. And where do we feature in all these things? You know, education is given by God to us to intervene in the matters of this world. There are some things that were made which were destroying the world, which are not mentioned here. You know, one of the greatest things that is respected that was made was the AK-47. You see, many of the weapons that were made, they were discovered. There are people from the time of the internet in 1989 until today, they are busy discovering a lot of things. But these things that they are discovering them to continue with evil. They are discovering them so that ububi buzokwanda. And God is putting us in this space so that we can come here and he will give us his wisdom so that we shall continue to invent things. If you look behind me here, that is Roland. And you can look at all the you know, even the cars outside, you know. They are talking about the surnames of the Japanese, the surnames of the Germans, the surnames of, you know. We have a lot of labels in our houses, from electronics to the clothes and everything, but you will never see anything in us written Udlamini. Now, for as long as we don't arrive there, our prayers for exams, we are insulting God. Now it's quiet. Now it's quiet. You know, we are the people God has given miracles. And the miracles that He has given us, we need to have cars. You know, I tell you, today when we have our testimony, it's a testimony of a car that was found by a Japanese.
Yeah.
We are celebrating the surname of that Japanese to continue. Mercedes is somebody's surname. Toyota is somebody's surname, if you don't know. Mitsubishi, those are surnames. At least the Indians are trying now. They have Mahindra, they have Tata. You see? Now I'm talking about people who are not even Christians. And they are tapping into the knowledge. They are accessing the heavens, which you are supposed to access. And today, when you are saying, you know, you are thanking God's faithfulness, you only celebrate the surnames that are in the east and in the west. There is no label in the house that has got an African surname. When you are showing people that nawe ungumntu ebantwini, your identity is defined by the surnames that come from overseas. Calvin Klein. You can come with all the labels. You know, you will not have a shoe. You will not have it. You will not have it. You see? If a shoe no one will buy that shoe. You see? It must be something from Panasonic. You see? Now, where is our prayer for exams then? Where is our prayer for exams? We are insulting our God. We are insulting our God. You see? We are insulting our God. Now, the prophetic scribe, the scribe is an office that is pulling you back to your identity. We are pulling you to bring this place back to its identity. You know, Africa has got 12 kingdoms that were ruling the world until 500 years ago. There is a journalist who was entering from Amsterdam. He writes in his diary, you can Google that thing. Fortunately, you've got Google. He is writing in his diary, I am entering the city of Benin, near Nigeria. He says the houses of these people are bigger than our houses in Amsterdam. He says their streets are wider. And that was 500 years ago. But in the past 500 years, we went to sleep with this great power that is in us right now. We are the continent that has got miracles that the world has never seen before. But we're still continuing to insult God. I hope this was not what you were planning to hear, but we need to repent. Yes. We need to return. You know, when prophets come, they shift you from one season to another season. So they pull you to come back to yourself. See? You know, when when Thabo Mbeki was pulling this Mapungube story, he thought that everybody is going to be revived. That thing was very prophetic, but people are still sleeping to this day. You see, they are still sleeping to this day. Because in that year of 1200, you had people there who were mining their own gold without the assistance of foreigners. See? You know, in 2012, I was in Ghana. I was going to villages there of people who are mining their gold. Elalini, Negosiabo, they have a cooperative. They are refining their gold from 93% to 95% pure. And all those people are not educated. They have been using the system that they were using in the year 1100 until today. And they are mining their own gold. And when they are doing that, we were also doing it in Mapungube. Now, where did that knowledge disappear? And which case is the one that makes knowledge to disappear?